Well, in the world of pro wrestling, you're either a hero, a face, a villain, or a heel.
If you beat me tonight, then what do we do then? But if they see their hero lose to the villain, and they get to watch their hero fight his way back up top, that's something. That's an angle.
Jack, folks are coming tonight because they want to see me win tonight.
They're coming tonight because they trust me to tell them a better story than what they have to live with every day.
Jack, it's grown men in costumes pretending to hit each other. It's supposed to be fun.
Not at the expense of being good.
Now making their way to the Pix 11 News ring with a breakdown of the upcoming Star Series heels, please welcome Steven Jack of Spades Amell and Alexander Ace of Spades Ludwig.
That's amazing.
I can't even. Okay, so what do you guys think? Future in the wrestling announcement or not? Be honest. I can take it.
I think you're like ahead of 90% of the game already with the basics that you just laid down.
I feel like you're just being nice because you're a CW family member, aka our Arrow. And welcome back then. And welcome to the show, Alexander. I've never met you before, but we're technically family members through Steven, because this is how it works.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's so great to meet you.
if you're lying to me, I'll still take it. Okay, so we're clear. Most of us clearly know what it means to be a hero and a villain, especially you two, because Arrow hero, Hunger Games kind of villain. But for those who don't know, explain the face and the heel, because for some it's like new.
Go for the baby face.
So a face in the ring is like your typical protagonist, or the somebody who you expect to win a match, and you kind of look up to.
And the bad guy or the heel is the important guy.
But you know the interesting thing is that in pro wrestling, one day a wrestler's the hero and the next day he's the bad guy. So will that be the dynamic with your characters? And talk to us about this, because this is a family affair. Jack and Ace.
People only love the good as much as they hate the bad. So I think that you're going to see those dynamics play out throughout the show. There's going to be a lot of crazy turns like you see in pro wrestling, and you really get this show really takes you into the ring like you kind of never have been before.
Yeah, and you just have to make sure, and what Jack is trying to tell Ace a lot, is that you have to make sure that you separate the person that you are in the ring from the person that you are outside of the ring, because too often in pro wrestling, someone's gimmick can sort of bleed into their real life persona, and that becomes tricky. Just ask Chris Bauer's character.
All right, Alexander, let me ask you this, because a lot of us who know about Steven know that on a scale of 1 to 10, when it comes to pro wrestling, he's an 82, or probably higher. So for you, what were you before the show, and has it changed? Has your level gotten up a bit, Alexander?
I was probably in the negatives. I'd say now I'm definitely in that 1 to 5 range. I can make it look pretty great for about 5 minutes. But we trained our butts off for this, and yeah.
All right, so Steven, for you, CW fans know you as Arrow. WWE fans know you because you've made some appearances. That's what we call like a super duper fan. So the fact that you've been in the real world of wrestling and now you're playing a wrestler in a different world, is it safe to say that you're living the dream at this point, like reliving your dream?
I am 100%, especially because it's nice to get into the world of pro wrestling when we do have a take two, when we are allowed to yell cut. And when we can really plan out the matches to make us look better than we would under normal circumstances in an arena in front of a live crowd. So the only thing that's unfortunate for me is that because of my fandom and because people know about it, I think that I'm creating these unrealistic expectations of how I'm actually going to be in the ring relative to what I am, which is an actor.
But you're still great, so you can act like you're a great wrestler. That's what's good about this whole situation. So we talked about this, and
we can fake it. We can fake it until we make it. That's
well,
for sure.
you've already made it, Steven Amell. You've already made it as a wrestler, as everything. So the two of you, I told you that my wrestling name, if I had the biceps, which I don't, or the strength, or the skills, I don't, I'd be the Nigerian Nightmare, which you guys thought was cool. What would yours be, Alexander? Like if you ever decided?
Oh my gosh.
The lonely Canadian.
I like that. The
What is it?
lonely
What is it?
Canadian.
Okay, I was gonna say the Lud of the Wigs, Ludwig, but
It's a very anticlimactic match.
Yeah.
He just kind of walks around aimlessly.
but here's the deal with you, Alexander. We know Steven has dabbled in pro wrestling. We know you're a pro at a certain sport though, that's not wrestling. Or you were a pro.
Yeah, I mean, I grew up freestyle skiing and you know, doing stuff like that. So you know, that definitely played into like when we were doing our certain stunts in the rings. It was really nice. You know, I feel pretty comfortable in the air. So when they're asking you to like backflip off the top turnbuckle and stuff like that, it definitely came in handy. But I mean, I have so much respect for the athleticism that goes into this sport, and I realized really quickly just how far I had to go to really make this look. You know, and Ace is supposed to be this rock star in the ring, so we really trained a ton to bring this show to life, and I mean, the entire cast and crew kind of gave it their all.
We can
Fortunately,
tell.
I could lean on Steven.
We can tell. And Steven,
thank
if you
you.
ever do a movie where you have to play a freestyle skier, you already have your trainer right next to you.
There it is, right there. I can point straight down. I can do a good Daffy, I think.
That's a good one.
Back scratcher, maybe.
Love that.
Yeah.
I don't know how to do any of
I
the
grew up
above.
skiing too.
But I can try. But guys, thank you so much for joining us. This is gonna be exciting. Fans cannot wait. You have like taken this up a notch. They'll believe it when they see it this weekend because Steven, Alexander are gonna be in action when Heels premieres this Sunday, August 15th on Stars. And listen, there they are. See? Are you scared? Because I'm scared. We just saw a poster of the two of you. I am scared. In one corner, I'm gonna stop. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Such a pleasure to meet
Thank
you.
you
so much.
Heels on Stars
Good to meet
this
you, too.
Sunday.